Welcome to Crypt.
Ho cavato logos, candle low. Chrome smoke, twisted steel, ice cream truck with a devil wheel. Olympus cracks, torches spit, old gods whisper as the signal hits. Moving clips and UFOs, where it stops nobody knows. Flash, flash, something hit. Whole room losing it. Click, click, don't lose grip. Something weird inside the crypt. Crypt in the current, crypt in the crypt. Twisted myth signal with a grin on its lip. One sees the signal, one's already slipped. Strange lights, strange trips, shadows start to shift. Crypt, current in the crypt. Twisted myth signal from the mothership. Click, click, watch the whole room flip. Flash, flash. Click, click. Something weird inside the crypt. Woo!
Welcome to Crypt. Me and Jaffe haven't met yet.
Wow, look at that. That's a hell of an intro, dude. That's pretty
Yeah,
fucking great.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. I hope the show that follows can live up to the intro,
Me
but that should be our
too.
goal. That's
Me
pretty good
too.
stuff, man. Who wrote the song? Was that your song as well, or that was Keemstar's
Yeah.
lyrics?
No, it's mine.
That's pretty good. Pretty good
Uh,
stuff, man.
Wait, where's my
Well, yeah,
phone?
welcome to the show. Welcome to Crypt. Yeah, Josh and I I think you and I have only talked once before when I called into Reapers
That's right.
for something. I don't remember what it was about, but that was pretty much it. And so yeah, nice to meet you. I don't know much about you. I know you're British. Won't hold that against you.
No, please don't. Yeah.
Other, you know, other than that, I don't know, man. So what's people were a little bit upset about yesterday, which I didn't really understand what they were upset about. But I mean, that's the goddamn LCU. They get upset about everything. And I'm just like, it was funny. It was good.
It was funny. So the first 35 minutes were a riot when everybody was running the TTS with the zombie voice, and then in the last part, with like the last 10 minutes where the zombie voice was responding to the chat, they were loving that as well. But the middle, where there was no TTS and nothing, everyone was complaining, "Oh, we got TTS." Oh, it triggered at 1? Oh no, we haven't. It's at 2. Wait, I need to turn that off my camera. 1 sec. I need to switch scenes for a second. This is going to be loud. I'm sorry. Hold on. This wouldn't normally happen. Fuck me. All right, we're back. Okay, we're back in 2, 3, 1. All right, sorry guys, the TTS broke. I think we're at 10 right now for TTS. So anyway, let's move on. Sorry, where were we? Yeah, so yesterday was crazy.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, and Tech kind of fucked it up.
He did.
Because he had to go. He really fucked it up with the little emojis, and I'm just like, motherfucker. And then it was so clear I had pre-recorded the intro because he had to start it, or you had to start it again. And I'm like, well, now it's fucked. It's totally fucked. I didn't know the Crypt guy. I was doing the State of Play stream, so I didn't know the Crypt guy started responding.
Yeah. I had him respond to the people in the chat to what they were saying in the chat at the end of the stream, and then like a crazy sort of like goodbye everybody, tomorrow is the day sort of thing, you know.
I think that should just be its own channel. On the
It should be.
Just let that run. And
Someone said that.
You know, I'm you know, we made a lot of money yesterday.
we did actually. We did actually. Someone
Fuck
said it should be permanent on C circuit, like 24 hours.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Anyway, welcome to the show. One of the things we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what this show is going to become. Obviously, Tech was the one that kind of kicked off Crypt. When I got on, you know, I tend to talk about either video games, which we're not really equipped to do on this show because the audience is much more, you know, diverse, or weird, interesting, strange topics. So we may end up continuing down that road, but I don't know. Josh, what do you want to do with this show? What's your take?
I'm feeling what we should do is like a Madhouse type vibe, but with the old Crypt vibe too. So we still talk about the same subjects, same ideas, but we also have the Madhouse element of the show. Now, we haven't really talked a lot yet, obviously, so we're going to talk a lot after the stream.
Hello,
when you say
the new intro, and cannot wait for this new direction. Welcome to the Crypt, Josh.
You're very well. Yeah, hey,
cool.
we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it. I think it's slightly broken. I think it's not pulling their avatars properly on my new alert, but that's okay. I'll fix that tomorrow. The rest of it works. Oh, we got more.
Good luck, Josh. I think you and Jaffe will be great. Reapers for life.
Reapers gang.
That's my best friend.
That is your best friend. Would you ever expect her to donate here? You know, it's crazy.
No, I really wouldn't. You know, whatever it takes to get her over here. You know. By the way, there were some we didn't get. Let's get these real fast. Yeet, thank you so much, buddy. As always. I adore this. This is going to be amazing. I think so. Thank you, Yeet, for that very generous super chat. Wretch Eats Metal, fuck you, motherfucker. Can you get a Jello cube named Frank as a mascot? Go fuck yourself, is what I would say. And then Sharkbait, thank you. I would like to welcome Josh by asking that his bunny suit emote follow him here. Josh is a cute, sweet, fluffy like a bunny.
No.
Says Sharkbait.
No. I don't want the bunny emote here, but if I'm forced to, we might set a goal for it, because I don't want it here, but if I was forced to, then maybe I would be obliged, you know?
I know nothing about your bunny suit.
Oh,
you actually have a real bunny suit, right?
I mean, Xylee bought a really shit one, like a budget one. Like it was basically just pajamas. Mine has actual like crazy ears and stuff.
Whoa. 5 more seekers of the truth? Poor aliens, man.
Thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Brick Scraper. We appreciate that very fucking much. Thank you, buddy. Jaffe, hold tight to Josh. He's amazing, says CC. Hey, he's got to hold tight to me, baby. You never fucking know. Hell, I based on my day with the internet yesterday, who knows if I'll still be here tomorrow. These people are out for blood. But you know, maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we won't. We'll see. But you have a bunny suit, eh? And Xylee got a shitty one.
She got a shitty one. She let me down, and the Reapers fans down completely. Absolutely. And mine is very credible, very real, very amazing. And unfortunately, I had to wear it. It's very pink as well. Which I'm not against pink, but...
What do you mean, unfortunately, you have to wear it?
For fuck's sake.
Excuse me.
What?
You picked out my bunny suit.
That's not true.
Wait, I don't know why my camera's not working.
That's not
God
true.
damn
My
it.
costumes were always better whenever we did that kind of thing.
Josh has written an API that the cameras don't work if you're lying. Oh, sorry.
You picked out my bunny suit. You sat in that VC and picked out my bunny suit, you motherfucker. Don't lie just because you're in front of your new friend now.
This sounds like hope.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
I've moved on, okay? I've moved on, Xylee.
And that's why Jaffe is my BFF and you aren't anymore.
Boom. The kid, Xylee, the kids do this. They go clock it like that. They go like that.
Wait, do they go like that? Or they go like, I learned that you go like this.
No, they go like this, Xylee. They have to hit it really hard and it makes little sparks. It's fantastic.
That does not happen. There's nobody doing that. I swear to God, Jaffe.
Everyone does that. Everyone does that.
in Cali?
I don't know. I don't
Anyway,
fucking know.
y'all have fun. He's lying about the bunny suit. Jaffe, make him wear it. It's
I
hilarious.
worked with tech for a long time. I'm aware that people lie and make shit up.
Well, yeah.
True. He's
Tech's
used
watching.
to it. You're
Tech's
fucked,
watching.
Josh.
Yeah,
You're
wink,
fucked.
I don't really lie.
I don't lie either.
Not
I actually
really.
never lie.
Yeah, me
I've never
neither.
lied. I mean, when I was a kid, I lied, but I don't
He's
lie.
highly sarcastic. Let's put it that way. Anyway, you
Yeah.
guys have fun. I'm excited. That intro was absolutely fucking
Yeah,
amazing, bro.
that's great.
I
That's great.
loved it. All right.
Thank
Have
you.
fun, guys. Peace
Appreciate
out.
you. Bye.
Yep. Oh, the dog just ran here. Okay, so yeah, Jaffe's trying to start fire with his hand. Listen, but thank you so much, Brick Scraper. Gumbo's Ghost, welcome to Band World. We appreciate it very, very much. Where did it go? Miss Iowa Marie, you old knucklehead from Cincinnati, Iowa. Welcome to Band World. The bunny suit is great, says Shark. And back to liking Crypt again, even Jaffe, the God of War hater. Fuck you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We all do. Now, how much was your bunny suit? Like, if you want to get a real good one, what do you spend on something like that?
I mean, this one was like it's not like a full like mascot suit. It's like how do I describe it? It's like it fits to the body, and then you have a like big ears on and a tail.
Okay. And it was how
looked
much?
About, I would say in dollars, it was about 55, 60 maybe.
Oh, Jesus. How much was Xylee's? A quarter?
Probably like $15. She's a cheap
okay.
bitch. What do you expect?
I guess
mean,
so. I don't know. I don't,
But these
I don't
people
know.
around here, man, I'm telling you, they just skimp out on everything. They'll see
I know
you.
you got production value, baby. Welcome, Bearskin, to Band World. Great to have you here. Bearskin has upgraded to Cash Cow. Thank you for that. Let me ask you a question, Josh. So, what we usually do?
Move on in, dude.
What we usually do? These are all new to me, so I'm hearing them for the first time. These little sound bites, is on Saturdays we do 1 to 6 movies. We've done 6, which fucked my brain, but usually it's like 2 or 3 movies.
Okay.
We do that on Thursday or Friday. We set up the movies, and Cash Cows can watch in the Discord. Is that something you're interested in continuing with us? And because I know that there's a time difference.
Yeah. Well,
So
what time do you do it? Sorry.
We do it at, we can change it, but right now we've been doing it at 2:00 California time. So we could do it at 1:00. So it could kind of be this start time.
Oh yeah.
What time? What time is it
now
there
for
right
me?
now?
It's hold on. It's 9:15. But I'm usually up till about 3 a.m. But preferably not between 1 and 3.
All right. Well, this would work. This would work then. So we should. Somebody told me you have like a new little bit for that. So
I do. It's not active right now, but it would take me like 1 line of code and restart my little server to make it work.
Okay. So that'll be fun. Okay.
That'll be
cool.
tomorrow.
Lauren the Street. Some lady. Lord, welcome to Band World. We appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Okay, so yes, man, I gotta tell you something. It's a new day, it's a new energy, but I will say that I usually don't go in for all of the wacky LCU stuff. I find it but I don't know. I'm not gonna do the dumb shit, but I might wear a bunny suit. I don't know.
Yeah, you might. I mean, you might.
You never know. I don't have. You never need to. What situation in life? Where you might need to? By the way, and unfortunately, you're in the UK. But I am hoping that this is something that I can get tech and maybe some other people to load up and head down. This is happening, I think, next weekend. Speaking of when you need a bunny suit, if you would share my screen, let me share it real quick. We just found this out on Monday.
Is it a furry con? It's not a fucking furry con.
It is a hentai anime festival.
Oh, great.
18 plus. And we were joking about it because there was a anime festival in Northern California last week that got a lot of viral attention because there were these women that were putting their feet in vodka. Like,
they were cosplaying. Yeah, we do that here.
Well, they were cosplaying whatever anime characters, and then guys would come up and pay like $5 to $20 to lick the vodka off their feet. Wow. And so And this was at a normal anime festival. So the story was the families were upset, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, God, there should be like a hentai, whatever you say. And someone said there is. And I looked it up. And not only is there one, it's in San Diego and it's in 10 days from now. And I'm like, I am IRLing that
Hit the
motherfucker.
road. Hit the
You
road.
guys, well, it's down the goddamn street. So, Tech, I think you're watching right now. If you want to go, let me know. We need
He
to
wants
go
to go.
IRL this fucking. I mean,
Oh, he wants to go, son. He wants to go.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. So that's when I may need the bunny suit. There's a tentacle lounge.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
Oh yeah.
There's kinky karaoke.
Oh good.
There's a cosplay contest. We got to
Wonderful.
see that.
Yeah.
And then whatever the panels and entertainment and vendors and all that shit. So it'll be a good time. So that should be coming up for Crypt. We'll do a Crypt IRL there.
Yeah,
for sure.
So the store part of that con is probably just full of like hentai porn mags.
I don't know. The first time I ever even encountered hentai, I was working at Sony before Sony became PlayStation, and but we had a lot of Japanese influence because it was still Sony ImageSoft, and so a lot of the guys would go to Japan and come back, and we had a whole library of video game magazines. But the video game magazines over there, a lot of those were 18 plus that got into the hentai stuff, and at the back there would be like manga that was all like XXX rated. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was I was like 21 and it was my first experience with this shit. And I was just like, oh my God, this is amazingly weird and delightful and disturbing and everything that you can imagine that I would describe it as. So, hey, there's Big Mistake. How you doing, buddy? You're yelling. You should go with us. You should go with us. Rich, go ahead.
I'm not a huge anime fan, but what I am a fan of is going to weird things and doing new things. So I'm always open to do pretty much anything. So that is something that I would go to, but not in the way that like probably most people would, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Like, I don't know if people go there. I mean, I imagine there's going to be, so there's probably going to be a couple kinds of people that go. There are going to be the people that go because they are functionally into this shit. Like they are like, dude, I have got to meet the voice actress that does the voice for the tentacles of the monster that rapes the waifu or whatever the
very important. Yeah.
Right. And then there are probably the ones like me that are like, what the fuck is this? I have to see what this is.
Whoa, fresh tinfoil hat, dude.
Thank you, Beastman.
So what happened? I can see. Oh, hey, thanks, Beastman. We appreciate that. That's nice. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah. So I am but I would be going because I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. And I also think it would make a good IRL stream. Because I think I would tune into that if somebody was like, I'm going to a weird
but how much
convention.
of that can you show on camera if it's an NSFW event? You'd have to be
I don't
careful,
know. Worst case, we may have to go and just film it and then edit
it later.
And block this shit out, though. So, but I am very much looking forward to it. I like stuff like that. Here's something. You say you like to go out. You like to do new things.
Yeah.
Something new has occurred today. The first, according to Clavicular, he has done on Kick the first ever live streamed rhinoplasty. And he's streaming it right now. Well, the operation is over. Here, I'll put it up on the screen if you'd like to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What the hell? So this is like the thing that Michael Jackson had, right? This is like the nose thing.
Yeah, but I think Michael Jackson would look at Clavicular and go, "Oh my God, he's hardcore," because
maybe,
I mean. Well, I'll tell you about Michael Jackson in a second, but this is basically. He didn't like that his nostrils, the doctor, who I think is who goes by Dr. Magic. Never go to a doctor, kids, if he has a nickname, let alone Dr. Magic.
Yeah, he's on shrooms.
But
he's far out.
That's right.
He's far out.
But he basically he's like, everybody's chasing symmetry in this looks maxing culture, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I don't like that one of my nostrils is a different size than this nostril. And the doctor's like, well, everybody's left nostril is a little bigger than the right. That's just how we are made. He says, but I can fix it for you, or I can change it for you. And he did. And then this was a few hours ago, and now he's come out of surgery. Let's see where he is. They're gonna roll him in here in a second.
Oh,
I think.
we're gonna get. Oh,
Is that,
maybe that's some
I saw him.
hot dogs.
I just
Oh,
here. Let's play some audio. Let's see what they're saying to him.
I think so.
See, now that's a lolcow. That's a lolcow membership goal right there.
what's that? Get a rhinoplasty?
Yeah, let's have Boogie
right.
go to get looks maxing shit, and just have him get raise money for plastic surgery.
You're not wrong. Why hasn't he done that yet? Why
I don't
hasn't he
know.
done? Why the fuck hasn't Boogie done that yet? What planet
He's probably
are we on?
honestly he's probably not in shape enough.
Maybe that's probably it.
Like
yeah.
a doctor might be like, well, we can do what's called bariatric surgery on your stomach and everything, but you're
think he's
probably
failed
not
that.
healthy enough to go under this kind of. I mean, I'm making this shit up. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true, but he was on earlier. Let's see where he is now. I had a clip of him. And he shows.
So correct me if I'm wrong. He's only changing the size of his nostril and not his actual nose, not like the bridge or anything.
My understanding is when he came out of it, and I'm a little bothered now that we don't. Oh, here he is. Is this him?
Okay.
This is before he went in. Okay, so my understanding is he got that done, and the nose does look smaller.
Okay.
But he's had a lot done. This is just a minor. I mean, the guy's never going to be happy.
He's seasoned.
Right?
Yeah, he's seasoned in this.
He's out of his fucking mind. So I think when he comes out of it, I saw earlier he has little X's like stitches right here. So I don't fucking know, man. I mean, this is like that racist guy, that Chud the Builder guy at this point. Whether this guy is actually into this shit, was that a ankle bracelet? Is he under arrest for something? Whether or not, Jesus Christ, there's Dr. Miami. He actually has a cartoon behind him. Come on, man. When you have a cartoon of
Didn't
yourself,
this guy have like a really bad controversy very recently?
Clavicular or Dr. Miami?
Clavicular.
Yeah, he did. He went into a bar somewhere and he almost died. He OD'd. And he was out the next day and he's back at it. So, but that's what I mean. He's like this Chud the Builder guy. Well, I think it's more that he's like, well, let's say even if intellectually, he knows this is bad.
Yeah.
This is a big lucrative career at this point.
Well, he also went to the Everglades with a gun and apparently just started shooting at gators as well.
I saw that, yes, which is obviously
that's crazy.
No bueno, no bueno.
Look, I've lived in Florida. I lived there for 8 years. Okay, and look, alligators will invade your house. Okay, it happens.
Yeah.
They go in your pool, whatever. But in the Everglades, you're in their house. Okay,
that's right.
Well,
and it's also illegal, right? You're not allowed to harm them unless they're attacking you.
Of course,
right? So
yeah, that's right.
But what was that movie? Did you ever see that movie Crawl about the woman, the hurricane in Florida, and the huge alligator got into her basement? She was trapped down there. That was awesome. But anyway, yeah. So he's Sterling says he used to be on roids as well. But that's his fucking
thing.
That's his job now.
He's a seasoned looks maxer, I guess they call it, right?
I mean, yeah. What do you do when it all comes crashing down, though? I mean, you're not going to be able to look smack. Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to look smack your way out of old.
Like George Clooney kind of vibe.
Clooney's looking old too, though. I mean, Clooney is old, but yeah, But all my people I came up with, you'll see, you're a lot younger than me. But the interesting thing is, when you start to get older, you don't notice that you're getting older. You notice that you're heroes or celebrities of your generation, because they're always usually 10 to 15 years older than you are.
I can agree with that now, though. I'm 30, but I can agree with that now.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And you see him dying, and you see him look really like. I mean, I grew up loving Spielberg, and I still love Spielberg, but good Lord, to see him now doing the press for Disclosure Day, it's not like watching Stan Lee be out there. But
is that your favorite director?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love mine, Scorsese.
I do too. He just finished wrapping his what's probably going to be his last movie ever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully not, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. No.
It was Jennifer Lawrence and DiCaprio.
I haven't even seen or heard of that one yet. The last I know is that he cameoed in Mandalorian and Grogu.
I did see that. I didn't see the movie, but I saw
cameo.
that. I saw.
I've seen the movie.
What'd you think?
I thought it was very exciting. It was very, if you like the Mandalorian, you will like this. I feel like the overarching story wasn't compelling enough. I feel like it was just there.
Why did you put compelling enough in air quotes? So are you saying it was compelling enough?
No, I'm just like, I didn't know what word to say, so I was over. I was being over, but over performative. But yeah, it was just not very compelling. It wasn't very gripping story. There's a very sweet part at the end. I don't want to spoil it, but where Grogu's like nursing Mando, and that's real sweet. But that's just sweet for what it is. They use the cute character a lot just for the sake of being cute.
Right.
I just rolled back to check out the intro. You can tell it took thought and care. I choose not to hate Josh yet. This may end up being okay.
It's a choice.
Good banner so far, boys.
I love this voice. The voice is so. It's like
It's Nevada Desert Radio. It's like he's talking
I love
to us
it.
about
I
the
love
signals he's just heard from across the way.
No, I So you love, So did you see what was it called, Under the Flower Moon, or the one about the Native Americans and all that Scorsese did?
Flowers Under the Moon. I haven't seen that.
You're not really so you're not really a Scorsese fan.
Okay.
I saw Goodfellas.
Okay. All right. I have seen Goodfellas. I've also seen
Of course,
Casino.
but
Thank you very much.
That's
Well, those are my
deal.
favorite films of all time, though. Like Casino and Goodfellas are my top two. They have to be. I love it. I love the whole style and the about the American mafia, the mob. I love it. I love that kind of vibe.
The Goodfellas is brilliant. I love Goodfellas. When I hear that sound, what does that mean?
I need to disable that one. That one just means we've got a donation. So usually it's going to mean super chat and then gifted, and that's it. And it's only gifted above 5 is what it should do. I'll change that for tomorrow. So it'll be gifted and super chat only.
Understood.
But now it's pretty much everything because I didn't make an amendment.
Well, Scorsese said, he struggled to find the money to make that movie, and it was really, really good. The Apple TV finally paid for it, and then but before that, he had to go to Netflix to get the money to make The Irishman. Have you seen The Irishman?
Yes, I have seen The Irishman.
Okay, and a lot of people bitched about it. I thought it was good.
I liked it.
Very good film. Me too.
I would say, probably of all the ones I've seen, it's probably in his top 10 at least.
Yeah, I would agree. And so now he's saying that he's like racing against the clock, because I think he's like in his 80s, and he's just kind of like, I don't know how much longer I've got, and he's like, I just want to make as many as I can before I go out. So every last one you see, you assume this could very well be the last one.
True, he's 83.
Yeah, so
he's getting on.
All the heroes die, meaning back to Clavicular in Scorsese. You can't talk about one without talking about the other.
Of course.
Clavicular
hand in hand.
Yeah, it may be he gets to a point.
I have also decided not to hate Josh here, but I reserve the right to troll him affectionately.
What I love about
face.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Sharkbait. Thank you, buddy. I love that this audio is so distinct compared to the ones we usually hear.
Yeah.
That it really does sound like a character. So now his follow-up is, I have also decided, like he's following up to the last thing he said. It's really great.
That's what I mean. So like the chat get to be the character the whole show.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny, right? So they could just send like really memeable things, like the character saying, like, guys, I just had a report that there's a fucking alien like shoving a fucking probe in my ass. I don't know, like could be anything.
It's like Boogie's over here eating my asshole again. What? Hey, come on, Josh. It's a family show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it is a family show, of course.
But I will say though that I maybe by the time he gets old enough, there will be surgery for de-aging and all that. I'm sure there will.
Oh,
but
one day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Josh, as the last supreme leader and head of Reaper's HOA, are you going to take over the alien mothership now? Glad you're feeling better. And I also choose not to hate Josh. LOL.
What is this hate Josh shit going on? Sharkbait's always been up my ass, but everyone else.
I came over from Reapers because I like Josh. And this dynamic seems good so far. So I've chosen not to hate Jaffe.
Bravo.
Well, it's a choice. It is an absolute choice you have to make. You have to wake up every day and choose not to hate me. Because, yesterday all I got on the internet was hate. But,
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love that, usually there's a website that I go to get a lot of the news and stuff called like Dextro or Dextera, I don't know how you say it.
Doesn't everyone hate that? Are you the only fan of Dexerto?
I love that. Well, it's great because that's how you say it, Dexerto.
Dexerto,
I like it because it gives me lots of stories to talk about. They're good at kind of, I also like some of the tabloids in the UK I adore because like the Daily.
Oh, they're great at talking shit
and
weird
Daily
stories.
Star and the Express.co.uk. There's some that are really good, for finding the weird shit.
Interesting weird shit. I agree. Yeah, they do that.
But I got covered on Dextero, whatever, and I was like, oh, I've made it. I've fucking made it, But yeah, I got a bunch of hate yesterday because I didn't really like the new God of War. And
isn't that a common thing you do? Like where you just hate the new ones?
Not,
do you hate them? Okay, can I be honest? I have to ask questions about this. I have to, because you're the man in the hot seat, whatever. Right. So, one, do you hate them because it strays too much from your original vision? Is that why you truly, really hate them?
Well, I don't hate anything. Somebody said to me once, shipping a game is a small miracle, and that's true. You ship anything. You ship anything. It's amazing, right? So I don't hate, and I still have affection for a number of the people over at Sony and Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
That's weird. So Alice in Wonderlands didn't tick off. Is it because oh, I see. Okay.
It's taking its time though. Unless maybe they say something crazy.
I think it's because it's $9.99 and not 10. The ones that have been reading are over 10.
Oh, I can adjust that.
Boom, bang, shamalama. Boom, bang, shamalama, boom, boom. Josh, hippity, hippity, hoppity, hoppity. Your tail is poofy, and your ears are floppity.
That's pretty goddamn good.
I've got a
good job.
I've got a manual way of sending it. I think I'll send it in. I won't scam them.
I don't hate Jaffe or Josh, but I will continue to hate tech every day.
Oh,
that's a choice too.
I think we should all bond together and hate Tech Protect. He is no good.
No, he is actually one of the shining lights of the LCU, and I kind of believe that he is the
but that's because he's the only one. That's because he's the only one left.
I say this to anger people, Jaffe, but he is the Messiah of the LCU. He has saved us all and will continue to save us all. Anyway, back to the
first up, neglected Tipples. Thank you very, very much. That's very generous. Yes, Alice in Wonderland, thank you as well. And you guys be nice to Tech. Tex plays a character. He's a nice young man. He's a nice young man. Okay, so. No, I don't hate any of those fucking things. I just
from Santa Monica, your old colleagues.
Yeah. So I do not like the direction God of War has taken after 2018. I thought what they did on 2018, which if you don't know the series, Kratos. Well, no, God of War 3 and God of War 1, and I worked a little bit on 2 as a creative director on 2, but 1 I co-wrote and directed it, and he was a very angry guy, and then they've kind of matured him into the 2018 one. I thought it was great. It made sense, blah, blah, blah. I just thought it ran out of steam, and I think it became something that it really was never intended to become. It became like a Last of Us wannabe, and it tried to be all serious and somber, and it's important. And I'm like, I have no problem with stuff like that. I love The Last of Us.
So it's a very dreary story.
And it's very serious, and it lost its kind of comic book pulp vibe. And I don't think that's a good thing for it. So I don't like that. And then yesterday's I just saw, and I thought it was absurdly stupid. The combat looked good, but there's like this gelatinous cube that talks. And there's a sword that's stuck in it that talks, and it's like it's just
wait. That's
weird.
In the new one. What's it called? LeVay or whatever.
Terrible name. We don't even know because I could barely. I think it's called LeFay.
Yeah, it's pronounced LeVay.
LaVey?
Yeah, is how you actually pronounce it. But
Yeah, well,
but
there
everyone's
you
calling
go.
it Lawfy, which sounds terrible because that's what everyone's going to read it as, right? Is Lawfy.
Yeah.
So it sounds terrible.
Yeah. I like how Red Sheets Metal, thank you, Banwar, for 2 months. He says Jaffe loves the Jello cube named Frank. My favorite thing is how they spell Frank. They spell it they can't even spell it
Wait,
like Frank. It's
called
FH.
Frank?
That's the name of the cube is Frank, but it's spelled PH. PHARU. It's some weird spelling. It's like, oh, well, now it's classy. You've classed up the joint. With naming. I just think it's ill-advised. It's stupid. I didn't like it. And so, people got mad at me. The other thing people, they have this beautiful actress, Deborah Ann Wall, who is in Daredevil and she was in True Blood. And I have to be careful because, the internet's the internet, man.
Yes.
And they'll take one little thing and they won't understand the context.
Stretch it.
I am a huge progressive nerd. I like progressive politics. I am pretty much pro everything progressive that you can imagine. So I believe that women in media have been done dirty by being made to be only for the longest time or primarily sex objects. I think it's good that media has come around to saying, we can tell women's stories and we should tell women's stories in movies, games, TV, where they can exist just to be the people that they are. And they're not here for men or lesbians who want to fuck them. And I think that's great and that's wonderful. But I don't think that also means that has to be everything. There are aspirational characters. There are comic book heroes. There's a reason they cast Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. There's a reason they cast Chris Evans as Captain America, because they're good-looking humans. And those movies are meant to be aspirational. It's why Charlize Theron, when she played Monster, made herself look like shit, because she was playing a more grounded, real person who happened, I think, to be a serial killer. When you're dealing with the world of God of War and gods and myths and the perfect specimen of humanity that we have, and you've got this beautiful actress and you make her just look like a dopey lady shopping at the goddamn grocery store. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? And people are like, oh, well, the character's dead. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking fantasy game. Who gives a shit if the character just died? It's just all that. I just think the direction of it has become, the direction has gotten in the way of the heartbeat of what it's supposed to be. And they serve at the pleasure of the direction and not the pleasure of the franchise itself. And that, I think, is a problem. So people got mad at me, but they always get mad at me. What are you going to do?
I also heard there was a lot of, on the women's subject, there was a lot of hate that the character was a woman. I don't think they were mad because it was a female. I think they were mad because it wasn't Kratos, right?
Well, some people were mad it wasn't Kratos, and I can get that, but, and they probably shouldn't have called it God of War.
Probably not.
Fayuya, or whatever it's called. Somebody suggested what do you say? How do you say her name?
LaVey.
LaVey. They should have called it LaVey, a God of War story, or something like that. But calling it God of War, people, but there are always going to be that select group of some subhuman males that have a problem with women being stars, and that they're just broken. I can't fix them.
Was that a sneeze? Or was that? Okay, so you said broken stars, and then you literally just went into almost a very interpretive.
I can do it at command. I do it at command.
Oh, amazing! That's crazy. I'm actually proud of you. Shit, I'm actually more proud of you with that than of your previous game development history. That's insane. How do you do that?
Just
you're lying.
Being Jewish.
You're lying.
I was raised Jewish.
Do it again.
It's something it's something the Jews got the nose, but we also got that because of the nose. They made a deal with God thousands of years ago.
That's fair. I'm
actually agnostic. Wink. Actually,
hair reveal. Hey, I had my hood down for like 2 weeks because I was being punished because I live in these because they're comfy and I'm also still a bit sick. I'm aching everywhere. Leave me alone.
I wish I lived in a place with weather like that. That looks so cozy and delightful.
Yeah.
But if I put one of those on, I would be sweating buckets in seconds.
Well, The other day, luckily I was being punished and wasn't wearing these because we were having a heat wave where they were saying it's hotter than Barbados. It was about 100 Fahrenheit. And then obviously our houses are built to retain heat, right? They're brick and, you know, there's lots of insulation and shit. And like people like had babies, they had to like take their kids out because everyone was having all these health problems because they were inside when it was like 100 Fahrenheit because it's so hot in these houses. So that was
So
that
are
the other
you
day.
hot?
Not
But
now.
now
No,
it's
not
cold?
now. It's it was like really hot the other day for like a few days, and now it's just normal.
Yeah, I love cozy shit, man. If I could, you ever see that movie? I'm sure the Brits might hate it because it idealizes L.A. as well. But you ever see that movie, The Holiday, from Nancy Meyers with Kate Winslet and Jack
Yes,
Black?
I have seen The Holiday. I love that movie. It's good.
I love that movie as well.
I think I grew up with that.
If I could live in that little cottage that she stays in, that she gets from Kate Winslet,
I live in an area just like that.
I would if I had that and my monitors and my internet and I had enough people around me, but I didn't have to be in a big city, but I had friends and stuff that were around. I could die a happy man living in a small puttering around my cozy little cottage in one of those whatever the fuck that is you're wearing. I would be the
Jaffe. It's called an
I would be
Udi.
the happiest motherfucker on the planet, man. I would be the happiest motherfucker on the planet. So
No,
it's just so cozy.
Yeah,
Like I've lived for 55 years. I've gotten enough of the non-cozy. When you experience the hygge or the coziness of life, that's all you want.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
I can agree with that. You know, you don't need a big place, just a little cozy place. And cottages are very beautiful as well. Aesthetically, they are beautiful on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah, Jaffe, that's right. Jaffe's jealous Josh lives in the Shire. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Listen now. You can go out and get a brand new energy drink. You like the energy drinks, Josh, do you?
I hate them.
I don't like them either, but this one's new and this one may convert you.
Are they sponsoring us right now?
No, but they should.
They should. We should. Yeah, I'll email. I'll email.
This is a brand new energy drink. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys because you're gonna want to run out and get it. These are hard to find now. They're already sold out. It is Goth Girl Spit, and they basically have to make it clear
Zero sugar.
that zero sugar, and they said they did use Goth Girl Spit to come up with the taste, but obviously they couldn't use Goth Girl Spit in the final product. But if you are in an area where you can get Goth Girl Spit, and I would love you to buy one, and then if you're a member, come onto the Discord and drink it for us and give us a review.
Please
because
do, yeah.
I cannot find it. But I would like to have some Goth Girl Spit. The other thing is, I know he's got his fans. He's a very successful streamer, internet personality.
Oh, here we go. I'm ready.
And that's great. He and I have gotten into it a little bit.
Mhm.
He made a video about me yesterday, or he talked about me yesterday. I responded. Whatever. I don't have much time for this guy. I don't like him. I don't like his politics. But this Asmongold is here. And he reveals plans for life-changing cosmetic surgery so he looks less fucked up. I will say one of the things I hate about this guy is his look. And
really,
you know, well, people talk about just people who have punchable faces.
Okay,
like,
but
I think it's because he's got. Why?
Because he's done videos on you before, or are you being like literal? If I saw that face, it makes me want to punch it.
I think what it is he's got this very long face and he's got these eyebrows, and the way he does, if you've watched much of his stuff, the way he does reactions is it's like his eyebrows are always working. Yeah,
one goes up and the other goes down, and it's like
it's exceptionally disturbing. But he says he wants to turn his life around. He's a 36-year-old fella. He's going to spend about $30K. He wants to get hair implants, which I think is a mistake. Men should never get hair. Men should never apologize for being men. Men go bald. That's what we do. And if somebody comes along with a pill, which they might, and you can grow your hair again, great. But short of that, the idea of spending money to get fucking implants, it's ridiculous, in my opinion. Now, he wants hair implants, and then he says, well, you know, I'm not only going to get hair implants, but if I do that, the rest of me is going to look fucked up. So I got to fix my teeth. So he wants to
that's
fix
fair.
his teeth and his hair. And he says, I don't know what I'll look like when it's over. He says, maybe I'll look like the way I was supposed to look. But I don't know. I don't like him. What do you think of this guy? You like this guy? A lot of people love him. I get a lot of hate because I don't like him, but I don't like him.
I actually. Oh, we'll get to it.
Halo's new addiction goth girl spit energy drink.
What? Oh,
Halo's new addiction.
yeah.
Thank you, Trippy.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Halo would love that. I used to watch him quite a bit live on Twitch when he played World of Warcraft and stuff. I only watch the occasional video now because I'm not interested in almost absolutely everything he talks about, and I am very aware he has a very "I'm right, you're wrong" attitude rather than an open sort of open for discussion attitude, which can be painful.
What?
I'd rather look like Asmongold than Tech.
Thank you, Jono.
Well, okay. If let's put it this way: if your choices are Asmongold or Tech, what I would say is you must be one ugly son of a bitch. And you need to call us and send us a picture because what the fuck do you look like?
No, I think that's the Jono I know. He's a lovely man. He's British.
I'm sure he's a lovely. Well, you can
Of
be,
course he is.
you can be lovely, but it doesn't mean you're not hideous. I mean,
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
So,
That can
because if
happen.
those are your choices, like if somebody were to say to me, "Would you rather look like this guy or that guy?" I'd say, "Okay, Brad Pitt or what? I don't fucking know. Brad Pitt or who's
DiCaprio.
Ryan Gosling.
Orlando Bloom.
Right, those would be my choices. But Tech and Asmongold, what?
Mm.
Why are you picking that?
No. Well, I think it's an interesting debate, though, right? Because Tech, I
you
think,
had
has
to
all of his
choose?
teeth, but Asmongold has his teeth rotted out to fuck.
I would, if I would rather have Asmongold's money, but I would rather,
Oh, me too. Yeah,
if I
sure.
had to choose looking like one of them, I'd rather look like Tech. Because Tech can at least, lose some weight, get
be
himself
presentable.
healthy. Yeah. Asmongold looks like he's sick.
Well, he lives in
Right?
squalor, and he always has. He waited for his parents to die to move out with his parents, basically. He was still living with his mother when she died. Rest in peace. And his dad also died. He didn't live with him because they were divorced, I guess.
Right.
But he's lived in squalor in this house that's complete fucking mess. Garbage everywhere, trash everywhere, packages, roaches, dead rats, possums, whatever, you name it. He's got the whole farm. So, are you surprised?
I'm not. I guess I am a little surprised because he kind of looks like he's done bad things. Like
Really?
Somebody, well, I'm not saying
I
he
don't
has,
think he's inherently a bad guy, though you may not agree with his opinions.
No. I agree, but what I'm saying though is like who said this? Alice in Wonderland said it's the beady eyes. I'm not accusing him of ever doing anything bad. I'm saying that he looks like the kind of guy that if someone said he was a serial killer and under all that trash were the bodies of women, I would say, oh, well, he looks like that's the kind of guy who would do that.
No shot. That's crazy. Okay, well, yeah.
Anyway, so that's the Asmongold part
Okay,
of the
no,
show.
wait.
folks.
What's he get? So he's just getting hair, teeth, and what? Was that it?
Right now he says he's doing the hair and the teeth.
Okay.
But maybe he'll become like clavicular. Here's
He
clavicular,
should
by the way,
actually.
out of surgery. That's what he looks like out of surgery right now. But so maybe he will. I know Boogie got his teeth fixed at some point.
He did, yeah. He did get his teeth fully put in.
I wonder if he's still taking care of them.
I don't know. Do you have to? I guess you do to a point.
The British don't. You know,
we don't know much about that.
You guys know Tori. What is that about? Does your health insurance just not cover?
Well, no, actually, when I was young, I think I was given the chance to get braces. And here's the thing, over here, there's no culture where it's like, you have to have nice teeth. Oh, I have to have perfect teeth. Whereas in the US, I've lived there for 8 years. I know this because I've had partners in the US that were like this. They are obsessing over their teeth. They're very obsessing over the shape of every tooth, the color of their teeth, and everything. And it's like, okay, as long as they look relatively normal, and who gives a fuck? Like, who cares if you've got one tooth like bent out of shape? Or, that's kind of how we live. We don't really give a fuck about things like that. It's more that because when I was young, I think there was funding for me to get braces. I just never did.
Yeah, I never got. My brother got braces. I never got them. I think it's because my parents by that point they had lost all their money and they couldn't afford it. So my mom was just like, "Oh, well, your teeth. You have character. Your teeth have character, and they're not bad or anything, but they're not like perfectly straight. You know, who cares if they're brown, yellow, and stink? Do they work? Speaking of that, demon in the chat, let me tell you something.
Oh my god.
Let me fucking tell you something. Let me show you a picture.
Is it gonna be a piece of shit? You said brown, yellow, and stink, and I was like, oh god.
It is. It's not going to be a piece of shit, but it may as well be. It's totally safe to put on the screen, but it shouldn't be.
Okay.
Man goes to the doctor.
Move on in, dude.
Thank you, Jono.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. Man goes to the doctor. He says, my breath is absolutely fucking horrible. It has been horrible for a while. It's not just like, oh, brush your teeth, take some, go to the dentist, you have gingivitis. It's bad. And no one can figure out why. Turns out something in his esophagus had formed a pocket. And so a lot of the food was going, here's his jaw.
Spoiling?
A lot of the food would go down into his stomach as it should. But a bunch of it was catching in this pouch. And so he had a bunch of rotting food over the course of a month that was just rotting in this little fucking pouch right here.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. But now,
oh my god!
If you are curious, if you want to, there was a time I think George Lucas suffered from this. George Lucas looked for a long time.
I think I've heard of it. I think it's common.
Well, it looked like he was storing nuts in his neck sack, is what it looked like. There was a time. Now, I think he's lost a lot of weight. Maybe he's on Ozempic or something. But if you can find an old picture of a George Lucas, it's something. It's all bulbous and shit.
Oh, what? But down in his, by his throat, you can see like a massive bulbous.
Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe that's what was happening. I don't know.
So it's like your neck kind of looks like swollen up a little bit.
I don't know if it's the same thing. I'm just saying that, this
could be.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
A large pouch protruding. It's called Zinker's diverticulum. I'd hate to be Zinker. Can you imagine that's what they named after you?
Yeah.
It's a pouch that forms at the top of the esophagus where food enters and collects instead of descending into the stomach. Bad breath due to fermented food remains. Regurgitation of old food hours after eating it.
Okay, so it just spoils and smells terribly awful, and everyone you meet and greet and live your life just thinks you're disgusting. Yeah, and it's kind of not your fault.
Well, it's not your fault, but I do think there's a point where you need to go to the doctor. Like
of course,
this guy did, and say, "Hey, doc, what's up, doc?" Anyway.
I looked it up quick, and apparently it is more common than you would think. So for all you people out there, if there's anyone watching this, if you have always had bad breath, make sure you go to your doctor. They can help you.
Check your neck sack.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's important. It's important. All right. What else is going on? Now, look, we could, you know what? Here's what I'll say. Say. I have a very strange story to tell you coming up, but I need you to do something for me, Joshua.
Okay.
I need you to take the chat for 2 minutes because I have
absolutely do that.
I've got to go get a Diet Coke and I'm out.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah, sure. Guys, this is going horribly. I hate this guy. No, I'm kidding. All right, well, guys, so far I think it's going okay. This is the first time we've actually met and spoken to each other. I think it's going well. What do you think? I hope it's going well. I hope you would all say so. I do think it's going to take us some time to build the show, okay? We need to actually spend time building it, but I think we're going to get there. But yeah, as I was saying, I fucking hate that guy. Josh Push on the... I'm not Josh Push, okay? I'm not Josh Push. Thank you, though. Oh, here he is. I'm going to start being nice again, guys. I'll save the arguing for tomorrow. All right, we got this. All smiles, guys. All smiles. Welcome back. What do you drink? Pepsi?
No. Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke. It's white and red over there? Like the can's white with a secondary color of red rather than the other way around. Wait, what?
It's the Jaffe tumbler, baby. I'm not. It might be reversed though. It looks like the letters are flipped.
Oh, okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Look, Diet Coke is terribly addictive. It's the aspartame. It's not good for you at all.
Never had it.
But I'm addicted to it. So you want the tumbler so bad, you can buy one. You can get them on the store.
Oh,
Not
good.
this store. Not this store.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
Yeah, well.
I like. Well, if you do your own sound effects and you bring them, I like that.
That's right. It's like old radio, baby.
Yeah.
I can do the sneezes. I can do all of
There's
it.
no point hitting that mute button. You ain't got to be polite, you know.
No, Jaffe, why do you accuse Tech of drunk driving? I didn't accuse him of drunk driving. I said, look, I'm a protective father. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't care, how old my kid is. When I heard him say, we're going to go get drinks, and they were downtown and they drove. I wasn't suggesting Tech is a bad guy. I'm just like
He might not know.
radar. Well, I'm sure he knows, but
he might not know. Like he's like he might like. Here's the thing: like some people feel fine before, but they might have just drank a beer and they get in the car and then they're just over the limit. Like you know what I mean? It happens.
Right.
It happens. It doesn't have to be their fault, but it happens.
Yeah, and I would never think Tech would put Sarah in harm's way or anything like that.
You two are doing great together. I'm so glad Crypt can be my favorite show again now that Tech is gone.
Sorry.
Is the Skinwalker Ranch trip still a possibility?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I was thinking, Happy Solitude. I was thinking Tech's gone, sure. But I was thinking of a Pimp My Tech day. Instead of Pimp My Ride, because he's your Tech, right? We should pimp him.
What does that mean?
Well, we can either get him a fucking rhinoplasty or we can fund whatever. We can do anything. We can look smack Tech.
Okay, when you say pimp, I didn't know if you meant like we should.
Oh, we're not going to whore him out. We're not going to sell his ass. No.
I don't think we can
I don't think he'd like that. But
sure. Look, I got up yesterday and Tech and I were talking, and as I'm walking away, he's like, "What do you think?"
Of what?
Why? And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I dressed up today." And I couldn't tell. When he pointed it out to me, I was like, "Oh, okay, you're right. You got your shirt tucked in. It's a nice new shirt. You're wearing shoes." He did look more pulled together, but it wasn't like it wasn't like it's not like in the Princess Diaries when she they have the montage and then she comes out and you're like, or like in She's All That when Rachel Lee Cook walks down the steps. It's not like that. He was just like, "What do you think?" I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Wizard says he looked like a manager at a Pizza Hut. Hey, good for Tech. You guys gotta be. It's a look. Yeah, he's nice to Tech. He's a sweet young boy.
Like Tech,
he's a sweet young man. But yeah, I did say I was just like my dad radar popped up, and I'm like, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna go. Hey, don't get in a car with my kid drunk. Can you imagine? God forbid. Can you imagine if he had? Again, I have great faith that Tech will protect my daughter.
Yes.
And hopefully she will protect him.
Yes.
Which just means taking the cookie out of his hand.
Yes.
But but can you imagine if I had seen that live stream that they were doing for, I think it was Bus, and in my head I had been like, oh my God, I really want to say something to him, but that wouldn't be appropriate. And then God forbid they got in a wreck. And that was the last time I ever saw.
So that's what happened. You went up on stream on Bus and said, "Hey."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I would find the highest cliff and I would jump off the fucking cliff happily.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a son, so I don't want to do that, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing I've noticed about you, Jaffe, is you are very much a good dad. You're very caring and very loving of your daughter, and not in the way that's selfish, in the way that's almost selfless. Like you obviously have your own love and care and attention, but you also care for what she wants, even if you don't necessarily agree with it. So one thing I've noticed about you is that you are a good dad and you are very caring. even when I was sick, you kept asking me, and I'm like, I'm not your kid, but you seem to ask,
Well,
and check in.
you know, it's one of those weird things because I do get, I have the objective awareness that, I mean, it can't really be objective because it's subjective in itself, but I feel very much like I'm a great father. I'm a great parent.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like there's a great Chris Rock joke where he's talking about he's speaking about black fathers specifically.
Right.
And he says, you know, I see a lot of these black dads that are like, motherfucker, I take care of my kids. And Chris Rock's like, you're supposed to take care of your kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so while I appreciate the compliment, I'm like, it's just, that's how I was raised with loving parents. And I have an older sister who I saw her raising her children. And it never occurs to me, like, that's what you do. And that's the joy of being a parent.
But the issue comes from the fact that a lot of people don't have great parents. Like, I only have one
I got
parent.
it, but but the kudos that come my way should really be redirected towards insults towards the shit parents. Because that should not be normal. What should be normal is you're supposed to take care of your kids.
We live in a sad world sometimes, Jaffe. I'll tell you that.
We absolutely do live in a very sad world. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, can I be your dad? Yeah, for 500 members, I'll be your dad.
That's doable.
For 10 minutes. I'll give you all the advice you need.
We can do
that. But all the advice you need is going to come down to follow your gut, be kind to people, be kind to yourself. As far as we know, this is one life. It's a short trip. So don't live your life trying to make other people happy. Go on your own adventure. You are the star of your own life.
People
That's
always
pretty
say
much
that. They always say life is short. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. This 30 years has felt like forever.
You'll hit it.
So it feels like forever.
Yeah, you'll hit it, is what I would say.
What? It will just happen out of nowhere. Then you're like, oh, shit.
It's one of those things that a lot of people will tell you, you know, a lot of people will tell you platitudes and bumper sticker philosophies. And okay, you kind of intellectually understand it, but whatever, it doesn't land. And it shouldn't land because, you know, some of it's sometimes not true, blah, blah, blah. Some of it is, but you know, the idea that time accelerates as you get older is a staggering truth. Even if it may be a perception of truth, it may not be, you know, but time is relative anyway, right? But the point is, as you get older, time speeds up. If you have kids and you get older, time speeds up dramatically. And so now, for example, it's June and I'm watching the State of Play yesterday and I'm seeing this game comes out in September. And in the past, there wasn't that long ago where I would have been like, oh, we got a while to wait for that. I'm like, dude, September will be here in the blink of a fucking eye, right? And then Christmas again. And it was just Christmas, it feels like, right? So no, I assure you, time will speed up for you. And it's disturbing, but it's cool how it speeds up. But I read an article, Josh, about and I'm going to watch the podcast. Maybe I'll watch it tonight and I'll be prepped for tomorrow because I didn't want to really talk about it yet, but because I want to understand it more. But this guy at MIT has done this mathematical formula. He is convinced that his formula, and this is not some fringe guy, he's an MIT guy, suggests that the human body is like a virtual reality headset. This is an interface for perceiving reality. And all the things that we can't see, different spectrums and things like that, he's like, the human brain has evolved to perceive what it needs to perceive to survive, right?
Oh.
There are other entities around us, which is what he thinks is what all these ghosts or UAPs and UFOs are, and interdimensional beings that we simply didn't need to see. One could argue, listen to this, my goddamn good new best friend. One could argue, this is fascinating, that, okay, why do we evolve? How do we evolve? We evolve because those most prone to reproduce continue to put their genes, however mutated they may be, into the gene pool. The ones that don't, because they either die before they can procreate or whatever, don't. Evolution would potentially demand, if we at some point in our timeline could see what happens when we die, because that's what I think is going on. I think we die, and this guy says the same, and we shift just to another, we exit the VR headset, but our consciousness continues out and about,
Right.
but we aren't able to see it because, can you imagine if you knew that happened?
You'd freak the
If
fuck
I
out. Your
knew-
mind would be blown.
No, you'd kill yourself.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And thus the gene pool, we evolved to not see the fact that there is something after life. Because if we knew there was something after life, you had a really rough week, you had a tough year, boom, I'm out. Because there's something else. Right?
That's a very interesting theory, but we all know that evolution doesn't really have a plan. Everyone always talks about evolution as if there's a plan. But there's no committee. There's no bloke in the sky saying, let's add thumbs next week, buddy. But you're saying there is a plan.
No. The only plan that we know, the only thing that we know about evolution that has been correct time after time after time is it favors the mutations that keeps the species alive.
Yeah.
Right. So we will develop XYZ because the people who had those mutations were able to dominate and have more sex and more kids. Yes. And so fundamentally, inadvertently, the people that had the most chance of surviving and going on are the ones that were able to stay in the gene pool. The other ones died out. Right. Like they're the predecessor to the dog and the cat there were two chances. It could have been animal A or animal B. The only difference between animal A and B is animal B had its meat tearing teeth in the middle of its teeth. Animal A had some at the front and some at the back. That one survived, not because it was the best, but it happened to be the one that kept them alive longer, and thus they could have more kids. And the other ones couldn't, and they died out, right? Yeah. So I'm saying that I don't think there's a guy in the sky saying, I don't want you to know about death. I think it's a natural assumption that if you know about death and you know there's something after, why would you not kill yourself? It's like having a video game and you're like, fuck it. I can't make it past
religion with like heaven and, you know, all these like these otherworldly places you go to after you live your life. Like why do they choose to live if there's an ultimate heaven where you get everything you want?
Well, they have a little get out of jail free card, right? They have if you kill yourself, you go to hell.
Oh, that's why. There's a gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gotcha.
It's a gotcha. I see that.
Yeah. So
well, evolution though, it really is like there is that connection, but it really is just a string of happy accidents for the most part, right? Because we don't choose who breeds with who.
We do. The happy accidents are the mutations.
Yeah.
That's the happy accident. The thing that seems to be, like I said, consistent is whoever has the happy accidents that yield more people that people want to fuck because they are able to survive because their happy accident is better than the other person's happy accident.
True.
That seems to be a consistent piece of logic. That doesn't mean it comes from a conscious source. It just maybe that's how evolution kind of happened.
Oh shit, we probably missed these. We probably missed these as well. Let me read these. I think we just missed 500 memberships and you get written into the will. That's a hell of a deal. That's from Chilled Milk for 5.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. And then Sharkbait, welcome to Band World, by the way. Don't forget, we are doing movies this Saturday around.
Have you already got movies selected for that?
No. So what we do is on Thursday and or Friday, we have to just figure out when we want to do it. People spend $10 to put a movie on the wheel.
Oh, okay. So I have my thing that I built ready for then, and because I can automate that where it adds it to its own, adds it to the wheel automatically.
Yeah, I heard you bring up a poster.
Yeah, the poster comes up, the director, the rating, it all comes up in the middle of the screen as soon as they donate.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
So we're gonna have that for Thursday and Friday.
So don't forget, if you want to be involved in that, whether you want to donate to put a movie on the wheel, or you want to watch, you have to be a cash cow to be in the Discord to watch, but we watch it in the Discord. So keep that in mind. Be afraid, Josh. Says Sharkbait. You may be my new LCU friend. Oh my God, this is so weird.
Wait, what happened?
Right. I don't know. I turned you. I turned you into a likable figure.
Oh yeah, it's so hard to be likable on a show where you have to watch clips and shit. It's almost impossible. You know what I mean? The Sharkbait used to fucking. I was gonna say eat my ass, but that would assume loving. What kind of word am I looking for? Shaft my ass. Okay, that's still loving in a way. Used to berate me in the chat.
Yeah.
There we go. Sharkbait used to berate me in the Reapers chat. Non-stop, by the way, may I add. And now, looks like somebody's changed their tune, eh? Buddy, old pal, old friend, old guy, old bud. All right.
You goddamn right.
There we go.
Right.
You know,
well, look, I think the thing is, you're right. I mean, you were on Reapers, and Reapers was pretty much a show about watching other people's shows.
Watching other people do things. I don't like,
now,
it's all right. But
well, did you have to pretend you gave a shit, or did you give a shit?
Okay, what I really liked the most. So here's the thing. Sometimes we would cover stories for a very long time. Like it would be like, oh, let's cover a whole episode of something. I fucking hate that. I also hate the really boring stuff that we cover. They're very far and few between that we have actually engaging, fun stuff that I'd be like, oh, okay, let's talk about this. I'm probably in more of a mind of you, as in if it's like more of an interesting discussion on like how people are and like why would they do that, and I'm probably more in that mind. So that's the kind of clips that I found interesting. So sometimes it felt tiring in that respect, but what I did like is the fact that it was a show and it was fun, and I like the audience, and I had we had our bits here and there and our memes, and I liked all that. I didn't necessarily love rewinding to the end of the earth.
Well, did everything you show have to be from the LCU, or it could be anything?
Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
What?
LCU.
Right.
Really,
that's where I would have struggled, because I can't stand most of the shows.
Don't blame
some
you.
shows are good. I think there are some genuinely talented hosts here, but a lot of them are,
Yeah.
I'm saying they're not very good.
Just saying they're dog shit. They are dog slip. They are the bottom of the pile, dude.
But they, I mean, again, it gets into it. People love it, and I appreciate that. And look, am I hating on the LCU? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
but
you have
not
to.
entirely.
You have to. Everyone does.
Yeah. Well,
even people that love this place do. You have to a little bit.
It's in the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Headache, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Posh, you're not too bad for a French man. Posh? Who's Posh?
What it is, Jaffe, is I'm from a country called Great Britain, also United Kingdom, also England. I want to clarify that they're calling me posh because my name is Josh, and also being posh is also a trait of many British people with money, or of greater heritage. So they're just mocking me. We don't like French people here. We don't do that.
Are you a blue blood?
No.
Like, isn't that like an upper crust elite British guy?
I've never heard that term used here before.
Are you like a guy? Like, are you from wealthy breeding stock in the UK, or
no? I'm
or
not.
you're like from like I'll scrap with you, governor.
Okay, here's the funny part about that.
Yeah.
So if people spoke to me, they would believe that I'm from a middle class to wealthier family. If you meet my family, you will realize that they are very, what's the word? Okay, for lack of a better word, they are commoners.
Okay.
They're commoners, and they talk like that. They talk very not thug-like, but very, oh, you alright? Fuck off, mate. I'll fucking bruise you up. They're not violent people. They're lovely people, genuinely. But they talk a bit like that, Oh, my dad sounds a bit like this, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll tell you what, I seen that Michael Jackson film the other day. That's my dad. But he's the best father in the world. He saved my life on many occasions. Oh. 1 second. Oh, it doesn't play because it's $9.99. Well, I won't scam you, Uyi. I will play this one manually on this occasion. 1 second. I won't scam you, buddy. Hold on. There we go. Should come through.
Hello, governor.
At OOYE2. Member, 2 months. $9.99.
Okay, I wasn't supposed to buy that part, but okay.
I think that Josh will add an interesting dynamic to Crypt, and I seriously am excited from what I've seen so far. Jaffe and Josh have a good chemistry. Hashtag Crypt Gang Rabbit Face.
Cool. Thank you.
That. I love that voice so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny.
it's just so benign, but you can make it say anything. It's like,
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you can go
fantastic.
outside the limits of YouTube in a way. As long as you can get your super chat in, it can do more than like the regular TTS they do on every other channel. Because it's homeborn. I can change the voice any day, any second, any time. I can even have it randomize 5 voices throughout the streams. We have 5 fucking random characters going off if we wanted to, you know? We could do anything, Jaffe. We could do anything.
You pay us $50, we'll have that guy call you. In your home.
We'll have him call your home phone, yeah.
Give us your home phone number, we'll call you with him. But you won't
Please
know. It'll happen sometime during the week. You'll have no idea when it's coming.
Yeah, we do need your phone numbers. We absolutely do. Wow, we're keeping a massive document full of them so we can, have a creepy guy call you every day.
I've never been to the UK, but whenever I see the UK in media,
I've been to where you're at.
I know, yeah, but it seems so, and I'm sure this is not true, but it seems so quaint and charming, and I'm sure it's just like any other place. But I look at like, it's not what?
It's not like any other place.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I think, and you tell me.
Okay, you tell me what you think, and I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll just give you specific things. People go to the pub a lot, and it's just normal, and there's lots of pubs everywhere.
True.
I mean, we have bars,
not
but
the same.
It's not the same. Like, I don't even drink that much, but the idea of having a corner pub and you just go down there and you hang out, we don't have that. We've lost a lot of what they call third spaces here.
At the bottom of my street, and also at the bottom of many other people's street, there's a pub. There's one literally steps away from my house. Maybe one day I'll go down there for the stream and we'll meet the locals. Fucking get in there, lad.
How frequent do you go to this? How often do you go to this pub?
When I used to go regularly with my friends. We'd go every week, like once or twice a week. Mostly on a Friday and a Saturday, or sometimes a Sunday if we were just chilling, winding down. But I worked in a pub before as a barman, and also I've worked as a chef. But as a barman, you would notice the same people in every day, and what it builds is a really cool community space where like the whole village or the whole town comes together. People get to know each other's names, have discussions you never would have had before. You know, you bring your dogs in, your dog lays down by the fire, they get a little bowl of water. Like, it's like a dream.
That sounds so delightful. Yeah, okay, so that's a true thing then. So now
yes, and what annoys me, Jaffe, is in the United States when they say these Irish pubs and these pubs, and I go into them and there's no character at all, and they are just bars.
Right. Yeah, that's all I know of them.
Yeah, but they call it an Irish pub or something, and it's a bit of a scam. That upsets me.
Okay, what about now? I assume the Brits have just as much access to media. I know they do, as we do. You have all the channels, you have the internet, you have all the tabloid shit.
Yes.
But there still seems to be, and maybe this is not accurate, but there seems to be more of a collective culture in Britain than there is in America.
Absolutely.
In the sense of things like, I know this is going to sound so stupid and so American, but like, you know, shows that most of Britain seems to care about, right? Big Brother, or I don't know, Graham Hancock or Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, like, so like almost you got like maybe half of the country watching one show together collectively.
Right.
And stuff like that happens. Yeah, that does happen.
We don't get that anymore. We had that when I was a kid, and there were 3 channels.
I feel like.
It could be. So that seems quaint and nice, right? That there is a collective awareness of, oh my God, did you see whatever last night? You know, I like that. And then you just guys have great weather. You know,
it's actually more exciting than you think. And here's the thing: British summers have changed. When the summer starts, it don't stop, and it's very, very hot. We don't have AC. We don't have nice things like that for most people. So you just die. As I've lived in the US, I've had a lot of American people come over here, and they always complain about the heat, even though they live somewhere where it may be considered hotter.
But you also do get snow and
Yes.
rain and cold.
Yes,
right?
Yes, we do.
Whoa,
Now,
fresh tinfoil hat, dude.
America
Anna.
has that. Thank you, Anna G. You delightful mod. She's a wonderful mod here. Nice
to meet you.
America has weather, but Southern California doesn't, right? And so I miss, like I said, I miss being cold. I miss, getting into bed.
Yeah, I like being cold. Yeah.
With a big blanket and reading a book and shit, man. So anyway, thank you, Miss Anna G. We appreciate it. And then also, Infinite Princess Jaffe, you described a lot of towns in Iowa. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't live in Iowa because I don't hate gay people or black people.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
Wait, which one's Ohio or Iowa? Which one's the racist one and which one's the surprisingly progressive one?
The Ohio, I think, is surprisingly progressive.
Okay, yeah, one of them is kind of shitty and racist.
I think Iowa is the shitty racist one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I think you were right.
Sorry, pal.
Although I would argue, pal. As a nation state, the US is marginally a lot more racist than most countries. I do think
we're also stupider. Than most countries.
Well, I agree. Me and Tommy C can agree with that. Okay, because I spoke to Tommy the other day, and he was telling me like, there's something different about like European women. They just seem so much more intelligent. I was like, Tommy, it's because our education system is better, to be honest.
It's substantially better. And I understand, and you guys have, I believe you have, now this may be changing, but I believe you guys have better sort of social safety net over there.
Yes.
I understand that, like, I understand that healthcare isn't
wishy-washy.
as innovative, this, that, and the other, but you're not gonna, if you get cancer, it's my understanding
it'll be
you're
urgent.
not gonna,
it'll be urgent.
You're not gonna lose your home because you can't afford a medical bill.
No.
Think about what
good.
he just said. If you're watching this and you're in America, he just said no, like no, like it wasn't, we didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah, no.
In this country, what we hear is the greatest country on the planet all the time. People are terrified of losing their insurance or not having good enough insurance because if you get sick, you could end up homeless simply because you got sick.
Yeah, that sucks.
Now, so look, if I've got so many roots here already, but it's not like I would get a visa for being a YouTuber. But I would, if I were to do things differently, I probably would not stay in America.
What's crazy about the sick thing, though? I'm sorry to interrupt. We'll get back to why you wouldn't want to stay in a second.
No, I think I just made it clear why I wouldn't stay. So go ahead.
But I get that. With the whole being sick thing, like over here as well, there's a great deal of like work-life balance, and also we take care of our workers in just the rules of the government, right? Like, this is how your employer has to be. For example, if I get sick tomorrow and I'm gravely ill and I can't go to work, my doctor signs a letter the next day and I get 7 months paid off, or however long I need off sick, and I still keep my job and I get paid.
You guys are, and you're right. Well, and you're right about consumer protections as well.
Yes, consumer protection is GDPR, all of that. Absolutely.
So what do you, but you're still living and working in a capitalist society.
Yes.
So what is it about, why is it that England has been able to stay, to enjoy the benefits of capitalism and innovation and all that, but they haven't fallen into the trap that America has, which is making it so that dominates everything to the point of, we don't care about anyone except the people that can afford for us to care about. Like, how did you guys avoid that?
I don't really know. I think it's more to do with, we joined the EU, right? And I think the European Union has this whole thing of making everything fair and safe. And I just feel like that was such a precedent. And we've got like universal health care, there's like social housing. I think you guys have a degree of social housing over there. We've got state pensions and stuff like that. It's, your pension isn't just from your job. You guys don't have state pensions, right?
We have Social Security, which might be the same thing. I don't know.
I think that's the same thing. But it's I feel like There's... Fuck me. Well, Saved by the Bell.
Whoa. Pay pig? That's a
What?
serious oink, dude. Far the fuck out.
Brick Scraper. That's a lot of
Yeah.
goddamn
Wait,
motion
what
picture
happened?
money. Thank you.
Well, I can't even see the chat
became a
right now.
pay-
For some
he
reason.
became
Hold
a
on.
he became a pay pig.
Oh shit! Thank you, Brick
That's
Scraper.
money.
That's cool as
That's
fuck.
money
Thank
in
you.
the bank.
Wow. Yeah,
you get-
thank you.
You get a hey. He gets a song.
Okay, what song do you like?
I don't know. I'm making it up.
Jaffe,
I'm making it up.
we created capitalism. Us distorted it. UK created,
true.
us distorted.
US distorted.
Are you Sloth from the Goonies? It sounds like you're Sloth from the Goonies. Thank you, outdated panda. Okay, Brick Scraper. Come on, Josh,
I'll do this. Okay, fine. You do the lyrics. I'll do the fucking music.
Brick Scraper coming to your town. Brick Scraper gonna turn you around and fuck you in the ass, and then he's gonna say, "Let's go to McDonald's today." I'm Brick Scraper.
Bit delayed there on the climax, but I got you. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, buddy. Seriously, very generous. Bud.
You know, I feel like the housing prices here are still fucking mental, though. The cost of living is absolutely brutal. You know, our gas is basically the equivalent of $11.50 a gallon. That's the US dollars, $11.50 a gallon, which is insane. It's double tax.
Yeah.
We do have some bad things, but we do have great consumer protections, labor rights. We have paid holiday requirements. You get like a month holiday no matter where you work. It's great.
Move on in, dude.
It's great. Thank you, outdated panda.
Hey, Panda, welcome
to the club.
to Cash Cow. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but so yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know why it's so different
Yeah.
or how it's not been fucked with in a capitalistic system. I have no idea.
Yeah,
It just
So,
worked
you know,
out.
maybe one day. Like I said, I mean, I have such roots here. I'm not gonna get my family to move anywhere.
Yeah.
But I would love to just, you know, the amazing thing is people, I haven't traveled that much. I've been to Japan, I've been to Mexico, I've been to a few places. I don't like to leave my home, but you know, I don't have agoraphobia. I just find my home's more interesting.
Oh yeah, of course.
But,
More interesting than many countries, of course.
well, you know, there's stuff to do. I have my stuff. My
your
stuff is
comforts
here.
and your food
Yeah,
and your
that's
family.
right.
And your...
Bree gets another one. We gotta
Oh, we got unscam Bree. Bree, why are you doing this to us?
Thank you, Bree.
Right, you're getting Gerald. You're getting Gerald, who is my zombie.
Who's Gerald? Ooh.
It might be too long, actually. It might be slow if I use Gerald, but
This
too late now.
has been amazing. Like hanging out with my two weird besties, crying,
Oh, that's
laughing.
I'm in fear.
Also nice to hear everyone get their thoughts out without screaming or derailing.
Hey,
Very refreshing.
I'm not saying that won't happen. I do think there may be a time when me and Jaffe hardly disagree. Because I don't know, you're very progressive, right? I'm very centrist, but I like both sides of the coin sometimes. So sometimes I prefer a more Republicans or, you know, or conservative view. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah.
I would consider myself centrist. I don't really pick sides. I pick whichever is the best side right now for the period.
Well, I don't pick sides. I just pick things that I believe in, and they happen to usually fall on the progressive side. I don't vote. I don't vote down the ticket. I vote with ideas, and the ideas. I just tend to be a very progressive liberal guy.
No, that's fair.
You have so-called freedom on the USA terms. In UK, you'd pay less tax. We have tax, but not as bad as USA.
I don't know. Our tax is pretty shit too. I'll
Thank
be
you,
honest.
Panda. We
I think tax is shit
appreciate
no
it.
matter where you are, but thank you, Panda. You know, here's an interesting one for you. Why are the crackheads in the US so much more horrifying? Specifically, also in California, when you go to LA or something like that. Why are they so much more horrifying, scary, and violent, and doing crazy shit when ours are so peaceful and like cheerful and like regular. Just
My
oh.
European relatives refuse to visit the States anymore. We visit them now.
Mm.
America has fundamentally changed in their eyes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Shark.
Sharkman. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Well, okay, so my answer to that is obviously I don't know the real answer, but I will give you my gut answer,
Yeah.
which is like I live in California and like
Horrifying.
anywhere else. Well, okay, but is it actually horrifying? It
No,
might be.
not where you are, which I think I know roughly where you are.
Right,
I've been to all the cities in Cali pretty much.
Okay, but what I'm saying though is there is, and this goes back maybe to consumer protections, although I know with the tabloids in the UK, they can be pretty brutal about not being truthful.
Yeah.
But there is so much financial gain in America to creating false narratives in order to get people to buy your products, be on your social media, vote for who you want to vote for, that a lot of times I'll hear things and go, I'll give you a great example. I got a new phone recently and I don't remember my Twitter password and I've changed it recently on my PC. So my Twitter on my phone right now is just the normal Twitter if you haven't logged in with your account.
Okay.
So it doesn't have my algorithm, right? The default media I get sent on Twitter with no account is so much lies and so much propaganda, in this case from the right, that, like, for example, the first thing I saw when I turned it on were the San Diego mosque shooters were trans people.
Okay.
And I'm like, really? And it was like presented like a news story and they had photos.
Was it
and
a
all
credible
that.
news source though? Or was it just someone on Twitter?
I didn't, well,
like
I went to look it up because I'm like, well, because I haven't heard this. So I went to look it up and it's like, that's not true. Like, in fact, the manifesto they published was anti-LGBT people, along with anti-Muslim and Jewish and everything else, anti-women. But that's my point, though, is that I don't know what's true about California, for example, right? I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying that and maybe this is different in the UK, but in America, one of the reasons we're so divided is because we are told things from both sides to keep us divided because there's money in keeping us divided. I don't know if the UK feels that way, but
not really, to be honest. There is the super high upper class, like royalty and dukes and all that shit. But other than that, no, I have actual lived experience of being in LA and having all these different, and I'm talking down to San Jose as well, all these different experiences with the homeless, as a tourist or someone trying to enjoy the area, because I went there for like a couple of months, and I had so many occasions where I was either growled at by a homeless person, my partner was pushed and shoved by a homeless person very aggressively for no reason on down the street. Like, there's all these, like, and you see them come past, or they're like doing really sketchy things in the street. And you see that here in places like in Scotland, in Glasgow, where they have a really bad heroin problem. But in much of the UK, like in all the 3 towns that corner my village, that are reasonably big, maybe like 25,000 plus people in each one, maybe 50,000 in each of those towns. My village is in the dead center. Those towns, the homeless people there are almost whimsical in nature. There's a guy with a top hat who has a feather in it, and he's a really nice guy. He'll say, "God bless you." He's sure, but that's about it. But I think it's a mental health issue, though. I think we take better care of people mental health wise, and you're less prone to have mental health issues here that are aggressive to the brain. But over there, I feel like they're more prone to having those kind of issues.
Okay, so I will say this. So I do think part of it is I don't know how prevalent certain sensationalized stories are, because I've seen the news reports of all the crackheads or meth heads or whatever, where they're just kind of zombies and all that, and they make it seem like that's everywhere. Well, maybe it is, but I've never seen it.
I don't think it's everywhere. I've only seen it. No, I haven't seen it in San Diego, to be fair. San Diego was actually quite lovely when I was there.
Right. So maybe there's some of that. But the other part, yeah, exactly. You just came off talking about how you guys have...
our tax pays for our downtrodden. It pays for our police, our fire, and social housing. Our national insurance pays for health and pensions. It's free mental health.
Right.
Hmm.
So you just came off talking about in the
Thank
UK,
you,
we have a
Panda.
collective culture. We have healthcare. We have free forced vacation. If you
Yeah, you
get
do.
sick, you're not going to lose your job. In America, I'm sure a lot of these homeless people are homeless because they got sick and lost their job, right?
Yeah,
There is a bitchy meanness that runs through American culture right
I
now.
think so.
And so I will agree with Panda, and thank you for the super chat, that yeah, there is something about that, and maybe it's our country's too big to do what you guys do. I don't know.
No
But
idea.
we, like mental health, even people who have insurance for psychiatry, psychology, it's never any good. It's like, well, I can see the guy 4 times and then that's all they'll pay for.
Oh,
And that's why in America, when that guy got shot, that CEO of the insurance company, a
no
lot
one
of
cared.
people,
People
including
celebrated.
a lot of people were like, okay, there's a lot of wrong with it, but I get it. I absolutely get it, and so yeah, it's bad, man.
Hmm.
And fuck you, Smoke Elijah. Jaffe says stuff like this, but wouldn't be caught dead at a soup kitchen. I've helped and volunteered at soup kitchens like probably 10 times before. So go fuck your mother again. Data Lake, thank you for the super chat. I've always wanted to visit England. Have you ever visited Liverpool? It would be cool to see
I
Cavern
have.
Club
I
where the Beatles
have.
performed.
I've been there. Yeah, Liverpool is actually one of those towns where it's like the joke of the country where people make, oh, you're a fucking Scouser. They're called Scousers. They talk like this. Have you got a can of Coke and some chicken? Have you got some chicken and a can of Coke? They talk like that. That's their accent. I can do pretty much almost all of the British regional, some of the British regional accents. There's tons of them. There's like fucking 70. So let's not get into that. But, I think one of the things is, oh fuck, did I lose my point because of that fucking donor came through?
Well, Wizard of Ego says it would be so cool if we could put a short code in our donations that would differentiate between English and Americans. You do. It's the pound or the dollar sign. Come on,
True.
are you fucking with me?
That's a badge of honor right there. That's a
Yeah.
badge of honor. No, I think it is. I think it is ultimately just better, better looking after the people.
Yeah, I would. And I'm sorry. So all you people out there
degree.
that want to shit on me for, oh, you're not American. You got to love America. It's like, let's be better to our fucking Americans.
Oh, here's
Let's
one.
be better to our people.
Here's one. So I think the UK is actually one of the 4th safest places to drive in the world, even though our roads are fucking tiny, minuscule. It's really hard to pass your driving test over here. It's not so easy. You've got to actually have like so many hours of lessons. Then you have to do a practical test on the actual road, and you've got to do all these maneuvers and all these different things, and you've got to score really high. If you like get 2 like major fuck ups, you're done and you fail. But one thing that has always like drove me crazy is I feel like in the US people always seem to be on their phone at the wheel, and I know it's different from state to state. And then there's also the fact that in the US you're 5 times more likely to be killed by a drunk driver or die in a car accident.
Yeah,
that's insane. 5 times more likely.
I mean, capita, I assume.
Per 100,000 or something.
Yeah. I mean, hang on. Here comes Panda. Come on, baby. Thank you, buddy.
5 times more likely.
The same tax could apply if you had national insurance instead of independent. Josh, how dare you say Liverpool is a town?
Oh, here we go.
It's a city that basically created the USA from the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, it is a shithole. Thank you, Panda, for saying that. I do appreciate Liverpool for its many things, such as that one museum and that one port. Lovely.
Thank you, Panda. Sammy says, here, take my gross American money.
Oh, that's fucking horrendous. Two measly American bucks.
Hey, that's a lot these days.
I'm kidding. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, Scuba says, you're... No, I don't know, man. But I will tell you, though, that the older I get, the less I have tolerance for it. And I'm fucking fed up. So who knows? Maybe I'll head out. Oh my God, look at that. That's Stiltskin's mask. When I moved to the US and my driving test took me 15 minutes, my mind was blown considering how it is driving back home. I know.
That's hilarious. That's a funny donut. Because like some of you guys just drive around cones in like a parking lot type thing and just pass your test and that's it. Like what?
Oh, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But the thing is, though, yeah, I mean, even I wonder if it's because you guys do have pubs on almost every corner, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to drive it. You don't have to drive anywhere to get to it.
Oh,
you get
yeah,
drunk.
that's another great thing about the UK, the walkability of the towns, the cities, and the villages. I can walk to a shop lickety-split in like 2 minutes and get all the things I need. I can go to the pub in 1 minute. I can get a haircut in 1 minute. I can get like all these different things in minutes, right? And if you're in a city or you go visit London and you go somewhere, you can step out. Next thing you know, you can pick up a bottle of wine, fucking go dining out. You can do all that shit in one place, like without going too far. There is a great level of walkability to a lot of the cities here, and public transit is also remarkable. You can get from any small village to any small village, you know, if you get enough buses and whatever.
It's wild. There will be a point where people look back at America and go, it's amazing how propagandized we have been.
I actually agree with that.
People who've never left America, who don't know anyone outside of America, will fight you if you say this isn't the greatest country in the world. Based on what? Yeah. And then they'll say something like, "Oh, well, we have freedom." It's like
so many other countries. Yeah,
a lot of countries have freedom, and more importantly,
the most free country I would say is Switzerland, right? Because those people are the government, right? Like everything is a vote, and it's like a vote of like, okay, whichever has the majority is the policy we go with. It's a vote of the people. Isn't that true democracy, really? Isn't that like
we
a
don't
true
claim to,
self-governing...
we don't claim to be a democracy. We're a democratic republic, but still, yeah. But that's what fucks us, because then you've got the Supreme Court with Citizens United. That probably was one of the biggest downfalls. But anyway, we can talk about it later if people want to talk about it. But the one thing I will say is somebody in the chat was saying, yeah, but the UK has the thought police. I have seen really disturbing stories from time to time coming out of the UK where like somebody posts something on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't say that? Like the free speech over there bothers me a little bit. The lack of free speech.
I have something to say about that. Now, here's the thing that I feel about that personally, okay? I don't know what these things are that you've seen that they've said that has got them in trouble, but from my experience is this. All my life, I have never said anything that would even remotely get me in that kind of detention or trouble, right? So I'm not going to go out and start saying the N-word. Give me an example. Oh, so if you're on Facebook and you write, we have a problem with immigrants right now, right? There is a huge immigration crisis, and we had an incident actually recently with a Sikh guy, which is very global news right now. But we'll read that after. But the point is, how do I just lost my train of thought. What did you ask me again? So I can just retract my steps.
The biggest port, and also Jaffe, Gotham City, was based on Liverpool. The film Candyman, Dystopia, is written by a man from Kirkby in Liverpool and based on the high-rise flats.
Can I just say, besides thank you, Panda, with that voice, I feel like I'm in some podunk museum in Liverpool.
You are.
And I'm just, I'm going up and I'm pressing a button under like the museum. And it's like, the biggest port is here in Liverpool. Gotham City was based on Liverpool. And it's like some bad animatronic guy. But you were talking about thought police, and I said, what could you say
so
that would get you in trouble?
It would have to be, so we've got the immigration issues, right? So you'd have to go on Facebook and respond to one of those posts about these incidents happening and be like, kill all those N, kill all those brown, shoot down those inflatable boats crossing the channel, or shoot them with an AK-47, shoot them with an RPG, acts of violence as such, but also, really hateful stuff, like you fucking stupid and you fucking stupid, black whatever.
What I would have to decide if I'm willing, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe our absolute freedom comes at the cost of the shit that we have over here, because threatening somebody I agree with, because you don't know when to take it serious or not.
Yeah.
I don't believe that hate speech should be illegal. I think it should be ill-advised. I think it should be looked at like you're probably a terrible person, but because it becomes subjective at that point. Like one man's hate speech is not a threat. Is a threat. If I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to shoot you. if I use a word that you don't like, but what if the next administration doesn't have a problem with that
Where does
word?
the buck stop, sort of thing, is what you're
Right.
saying.
That's my issue with that. But still, I probably could adapt to that. Like, I know, like, my
It's
brother
easily
is an
adaptable. Like, I'm
absolute.
never going to have a situation where I'm going to be arrested for something I say online. And
well,
I
as
joke
far
about
as-
fucking everything, to be honest.
Here's what it comes down to. My brother is like a free speech absolutionist, and I am too. But there is that point where if you have to, if you could draw a line between the absolute freedom that we have to express ourselves in America and most of what we have, but a little limited in the UK. But the line is the UK quality of life is better than America. At this point in my life, there may have been another point that I would choose America. I would choose the UK then. Because I'm not probably going to run afoul of that. And while I agree you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, I would like to live in a town where if I get sick, I'm not going to be on the street because I can't afford healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, you'd be fine here for the most part.
What I really, really like is somebody, I think it was Sammy says the city of Liverpool is in the chat. You goddamn right.
Yeah, everyone watching this is from Liverpool.
Governor of Liverpool or whatever, the mayor or whatever.
Yeah,
Sharkbait says hating the poor and working poor is the norm in the U.S. Yes, it is. But education and science are mocked and denigrated. So strange. Yeah, it's designed that way. It's designed that way to keep you working for the man, baby.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's all about.
Oh, sorry, one sec. I'm just gonna put in the redirect real quick if you want to just talk for like 30 seconds.
No, I was just gonna say that I also am excited about the fact that if I ever move to the UK, that's where Ted Lasso lives. And I think in the new Ted Lasso, he is a great show, and they're doing season 4, and I think he's back in the UK, and now he's coaching women's soccer.
Oh, wait, there's a new show?
There's a new season 4.
I love that show, man.
Yes, me too.
It's so good because here's the thing about that. Like that was filmed in a place where one of my best friends, his family's originally from the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and he lives in that neighborhood, and it's very reminiscent of me like hanging out with him, and like it's filmed in that same area with his same park and everything, like by that stadium. Yeah, it's literally the same fucking high street that he lives by, and I was like, wow, no way. And Ted Lasso is just amazing.
Sammy says they should have filmed in Liverpool. Okay, they should have, but it's a great show. It's not a perfect show.
Exactly right.
But I love that show. I'm excited for season 4.
Oh,
did you ever see?
Good news.
What?
You told me about that. I didn't know.
Oh yeah. It's there's a trailer out for it already.
But it ended so nicely with him going back to the US or whatever. I thought
it did. I always thought that was weird though, because I'm like, okay,
why wouldn't you stay? Yeah.
Bring your family over here, man. The wife broke up with the guy.
Yeah.
And I know your kid's got roots there, but your kid is like 8. He'll adapt. Yeah. You're going to become one of the biggest coaches in the UK. What are you doing? But anyway, my understanding is he does come back to my nephew's in the chat. He says, not a chance. The UK lets you in. You goddamn right. Oh, I know. I burned that bridge.
Yeah.
But he's coming back to coach women's soccer. What about, you ever see the Netflix show with Ricky Gervais, Afterlife?
Yes. Now here's the thing. I'm a huge fan of Ricky Gervais's TV shows that he releases.
Yeah.
That Afterlife is incredible.
Extras is amazing.
Oh, I love Extras. I fucking love Extras.
Are we becoming best friends?
Yeah. I even love Derek, which I think is maybe not the best received one, but Derek was pretty good too.
But I love it when David Bowie sings that tubby little fat man. Everybody was but the town he lives
Jaffe
in
Wales or Liverpool. Come Liverpool, we will go to the pub and have a pint.
All right, Governor, we'll cross Abbey Road, will we?
No, it'll be more like this. Can we go to Liverpool and have a pint? It'll be more like that. All right,
that's
that's
all right.
they talk a bit.
But the one Afterlife, the town he lives in Afterlife is like the perfect.
That's close to where I live.
Oh, is that what your neighborhood is like? Is your neighborhood like that?
That's fairly close to me. Yeah. Like maybe I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour. Very nice.
America. What are you gonna do? Gervais on the 11 o'clock show is a hidden gem, says Sham Razbot. I don't know what the 11 o'clock show is, but okay. Thank you for that, buddy.
It was filmed in Hemel Hempstead, which is actually it's on the outskirts of London, I believe. And you know, I live on one of the areas of the outskirts of London. And as you get further and further out of London, you do have these like lovelier towns, these like really nicely built cobblestone houses, like the Cotswolds. If you look up the Cotswolds, Jaffe, you will fall in love. You will die.
Do it. How do you spell it? C-O-T?
And a chicken and a can of Coke.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. It's C-O-T-S-W-O-L-D-S. That is a part of the UK that is very quaint. It's a beautiful area. It is many different villages, so it's a whole region, the Cotswolds, right? And it's lots of very old, really beautiful villages, some with streams running through. It's very almost ethereal fairy tale. You know,
I have it pulled up. Pull that up if you would.
I got it.
Thank you, Panda. Pint of chicken and a can of Coke. You goddamn right. Yeah, this is my dream. This is my fucking dream. Look at that, man. This is, you know, now how expensive is it to look at that? Come the hell on. Yeah. How expensive is it to live in a let me put Cotswold real estate.
Yeah, have a look. Let's see how much it really is to live the British you know. And I will say there are similar locations in the north that are definitely cheaper.
Birmingham. Oh, that's Birmingham, Alabama. I was going to say I grew up in a house like this, but that's where I lived in Birmingham. That's where I was raised.
Just put Cotswolds UK rule. So I guess there's a place called Cotswolds in Alabama or wherever. Oh, no, that's Cotswold Lane. Cotswold.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's like I love these. I love these. Okay. Whoa!
There we go. Thatched roofs. Yeah, there's a lot of thatched roofs like that near where I live. A lot of the houses near here have thatched roofs. Thatching and being a thatcher is actually still a profession over here, of course. I don't know if you guys have that profession even, being a thatcher.
No.
That's where the last name Thatcher comes from, because as we know, last names used to be jobs. Cook.
Okay, well, this I don't want a house like this. This is that's
very nice though. That bottom one, that one's more like a country house at the top, and that one below is a bit more.
But that's pretty inexpensive for America. 2.25.
Jaffe's cream donut glaze.
That one's incredible. That's 1.6 million.
Thank you, Panda. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
What did he say?
I want to find some not Richie Rich ones. I want to find some ones that are just, you know, gin pop.
Yeah, you need like a small little cottage. I feel like we're looking at extravagant properties. Because even in the Cotswolds, there are like small houses that are really nice that even have like, you know, the nice cottage look. I guess you just have to fish around, but
are these right? Oxford?
Not really. Kind of, but not really. Look up Broughton on the Water. See if there's any real estate there for you. I'll type it in the side chat in case you need it. Because it's a bit of a fucking it's Borton, not Broughton. I spelled it wrong. Bourton. That town is beautiful. I love it there.
It's a place.
It's a place. It's a place. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Panda. Is that the opening line from Xanadu? What are you talking about? On Solo, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it very, very much. Welcome to Band World, good sir. Yeah, man. So the chat, you guys, we have to have a members goal that you guys raise enough that I can have a second home in the UK.
We do need to do that, yeah.
Look at everybody walking around. Over tourism getting worse in Venice of the Cotswolds.
Yeah, they call that the Venice of the Cotswolds because the river, yeah. It gets very busy there in the summer, yeah.
Abuse. I will always believe I have the right to not be abused. Freedom can exist without hurting people. There's no line for me and the well-being of my family.
Right. I agree. I agree with you intellectually. It's not that I disagree with your sentiment, and thank you for the super chat. It's that the problem is speech is something someone can define, and who gets to define what hate speech is.
Yeah, for real.
And if you in America right now, everybody's using the R word. People use the R word all up and down all day
retard?
on the LCU.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
do you not
and
use
I
that word?
support. I don't. You have a right to use it. I don't give a shit if you use it, but I do think it's a hurtful word because it is a real disability people have. And my kids are not that, but the minute I had kids, I stopped using it because I forget the moment, but I became aware that if I had a kid like that and people just use that word and people say, well, I don't mean it that way, right? Well, I have a
Yeah.
gay brother and I'm a kid of the 80s. And back then we would use gay, like everything
Everything was gay.
That's so fucking
Now,
gay, dude.
but then that's gay became, oh, that's silly or that's annoying, rather than more about the homosexuality part.
So I thought about my brother and I'm like, well, I can't imagine that was pleasant because he didn't come out till he was in college, but he must have known he was gay in junior high and high school. And and so that's why the R word to me. But the point is, to Infinite Princess's post, is that who gets to decide on any given day or any given administration what is the hate speech, right? That's the reason I take issue with it. Not because I disagree with your sentiment, which is, of course, it's abuse and it's mean, of course. Bertucci, thank you, buddy. Great show. First show, Jaffe and Josh. Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I can concede on that because for me, there's a point where now here's an issue we do have in the UK. We have the two-tier policing thing, right? We have this current struggle, a lot due to a lot of high immigration and stuff like that. But we have some things that we can't call out. Like there are these primarily Islamic rape gangs, okay, and they groom women and they rape women in like gangs, and they get them hooked on heroin and stuff like that. But calling it out or trying to expose these people, or even just going outside the courtroom and protesting like against their behavior, hoping for a guilty verdict or anything of that nature, is considered racially hateful, even though you are merely upset just because of the culture has created that whole thing, right? You're not upset that they're brown or about their religion.
Towards the Lake District called
So I do see your point.
It's a beautiful place in between Blackpool and Liverpool.
I don't mean to. I'm listening to what you're saying, Josh, but the panda is I'm just like, come on, man. Thank you so very much, Panda. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. We should make an exclusive one just for Panda that has like the British accent.
Yeah, we should do that.
But no, I mean, yeah, that right. So I mean, that seems absurd to me that you can't call out the behavior without. Now, is it illegal for? So what did you call it? It was hate behavior? What did you say it was if you protest that?
Like hateful behavior, because they assume you're hating them based on their race or their religion when you're not. You're hating their
Okay, so can you be arrested for that? Or is that illegal?
People have been.
That's ridiculous, right? So that's
where it gets ridiculous. That's if you want to like protest those kind of things or really put yourself out there, then you are putting yourself at risk, because our government and our country likes to almost overprotect other races and religions to a point where our people, like the British people, which by the way are all colors, because that's the thing about black people in the UK, we don't call them British African, we call them British. We don't go African like you guys have the African American thing. We don't use that. We just call them British.
Who was a black fella recently?
Yeah, well, he's just a British guy.
He was a black Doctor Who.
He's a British guy.
There's a black lady Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's crazy to me that that's even talked about, because over here it's very.
I love Doctor Who, so I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, no, me too. I love Doctor Who, and I actually really liked his performance and the whole thing about him being gay, and it was very different. I thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah, I think there's that danger where if you want to report something that is clearly being done by a specific cultural group of any kind, it can be directed and you can be punished almost for trying to help, because they'll be like, oh, you're being racist, or they'll shy their eye from the actual crime and you're the problem now. So you can't really stand up for what's truly morally right. You have to.
Right.
That's the big problem going on right now in the UK, where there's this whole fucking ripple and there's riots in the streets right now. Maybe I'll show you some of that tomorrow. That's the problems we have.
Right. I know in France right now.
Yes, in
there's
France
a
too.
bunch of shit
And that's
going
similar.
on,
That's
so-
again the same thing. It's mass immigration causing all this different culture. There's no assimilation, and then all these problems occur. You know, it happens. And look, the UK has always been a country where we favor diversity. Okay, one of our favorite dishes in the UK, curry. We love Indians. We love the food
I love
they
Indian
produce.
food.
Me
Indian
too.
food is amazing.
It's my favorite.
That's why you got
Indian food.
That's why you guys empired their country, because you like their food so much.
We stole it because we love their food, and then we gave it back to them because we're nice guys, obviously. And then we stole their food and told them they could live here. So it's great.
Yeah.
You know, the UK does
Just
really
because I wear
embrace diversity,
trackies and play sport doesn't make me a lesbian. That was from, of course, Bend It Like Beckham. The great movie,
that was a
Bend
good
It Like
movie.
Beckham.
That was a good movie. When I was a kid, though, I don't know if it would hold up as a good movie now, but it was a good movie when I was a child. Anyway,
who's next? Who's coming up next? What show's coming up
we've
next?
got LolCow Alpha coming up next with the glorious Phantom and I believe Jay Holds. There we go.
Okay.
I'm
Those
not sure
are
what
both
they're doing.
fellas. Those are both fellas that have diddled and fucked Fupa. Is that right? That's their claim to fame.
That's correct. They have both done the
both
same
had
thing.
They've both gone down on the Fupa cheese. What's that like?
Oh, I don't want to ask. I'm not going to ask them that. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this show. Me and Jaffe are going to talk now and talk about tomorrow.
Yep.
And then, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for your support. Any last words from you, Jaffe?
Except Panda's got a chat coming in.
Oh, shit. No, he just triggered one of my old things.
They call it a hate crime in UK. Anyone can say it's a hate crime. I've restrained a PDF who pulled a knife on me. Tikka masala was invented in Scotland.
True. Oh my. Okay, we shouldn't laugh at that. We shouldn't laugh at that, but because of the voice, it is inherently funny now.
Well, I'm laughing because the non sequitur. It's like, here's a PDF story. You know when Tikka masala was created? Just want to let you know.
There's a few reasons to laugh about that one, I'll be honest. Thank you, Panda. We really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody else. That was a lovely comment you just made. All right, anyway.
Thanks, fellas.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra.